They'll be calling you a radical, and you wonder why we all have cancer. 80% of all humans in the United States have Roundup in their urine, which causes cancer. So, this is an important video. So, this got reported by the watchdogs in San Clemente, Gary Hedrake and crew. Thank you, Gary. I love you, man. The great work on San Onofre. So, Clive, Utah is right there. As the crow flies, Energy Solutions dump site. 120 million pounds have been brought here just in the last year. Right there. And there's no one watching the store, and there's no Utah media reporting. You got me, baby. And, oh, it's just low level. All the concrete they're demolishing, turned down. Remember, never forget this. I reported this from the bone marrow transplant at the top of LDS, or no one would even know. Got leaked to me. And I leaked it that they had an accident on January 30th, 2012. In fact, the night before, I actually went into a coma and almost died. It's the closest I came to dying. The irony. They call it a steam malfunction. So what they did, it backed up into the core. So they undid and released it all over the plant, all over San Clemente. It's full blown out radioactive. The NRC has it ranked as a level 3 accident. Well, remember, that sounds low. The scale only goes to 7. FUKUSHIMA. So, look for the videos tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific Genocide time. So my flight early in the a.m. and Point Loma has been closed for 2.5 years. It's reopened. It's been open for about over a month. But the moon is getting full, and the last full moon, low tide was at 3-4 a.m. The gates don't open till 9:30. So look for the videos that are at 4 p.m. You'll see them up. And I don't cherry pick, because you know if there's starfish, I'm going to show you. I got everybody in. I don't cherry pick, and I don't go through them first. I go, and I'm organic and rough. I just throw them up, and so thank you, everybody, for supporting. So the dilemma I have is I've been staying in PB my entire life since I was a little kid. I know it like the back of my hand. I know that coast, so I take the 30, and I can work La Jolla Cove, which there was some sea lions that chased him out. La Jolla Cove consistently is the filthiest, most disgusting water. The water watchers give them an F constant. There's been a blob off there for the last 2 years. They don't even know what it is. So I can get on the 30 and I can work it. I can go all the way to Point Loma. Of course, Pacific PB Point, the graveyard, I call it. That's such an historic tide pool right there, I've always had a great place, and I'm friends with Jam Pacific Shores, the Beachcomber. I've always stayed, and I know everybody. They always cut a deal with me. They always work with me. They know what I'm up to. Not anymore. Post freaking COVID, people have gone greedy psycho mad. I mean, Bitcoin loonies. I used to get those fucking, he would give me the fucking room for $400 a week. They want that a day. I'm like, really? Come on. How much money? Cut me a fucking deal. You know what I'm doing. You know the work. I've been coming here for how long? So we'll see when I get there. But I got my sleeping bag. If I got to sleep on the beach, I'll fucking do it, I worked on my aortic valve, my emergency alert bracelet today to make sure if something happens to me, it's right up front. They're not going to dig through your wallet. I have a replace aortic valve, but I'm good. I'm a beast, So Jennifer Graham Holmes says that here in Utah, anybody, look what they're doing at WIP. Dana was talking about WIP tonight. And remember, Dana, that wasn't a truck. That was a container that blew up right there. Remember? Peterson Fabrications. I'm friends with all those guys. I grew up there right there. What's right there? Western Zirconia, make the rods. What's right there? Clive, Utah. This is the nuclear waste dump. You look up any video, not KSL, not KUTV, none of them. Channel 2, Channel 4, whatever. By the way, if you want to read about one heinous murder in Ogden, right there across from the Monarch, you read that one that happened fucking last night. Holy fuck. That's got to be one of the most sickening ones I've ever heard. Right behind the old hi-fi murder. Ooh, how? Well, so I'll do the dirty work, and I'm happy to do it, and no one knows the coast like Kevin Blanche. I've been on it my whole life. No one knows tide pools like I know. It's like the lifeguards over there. He says, I watched you one night out there at PB Point all night going across those rocks like that, and I've done it so much. He says, you are unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. You glide across those like a fucking shoreboat. I says, when you've been doing it for 60 years, and you know, I know what they're supposed to look like, and I don't miss nothing. I don't cherry pick, and I know where all of them are. All of them. I know how, when, where. I know the transportation system. I know nobody knows the logistics of that coast like I do. No one on earth. When you walk it multiple times, I mean, so look for the videos tomorrow for they'll be historic. You know, I'm excited about to get into Point Loma. Peter bought me one of the cards where I can get in. They charge an arm like it's a big tourist thing. And they've been wiped out. And they were healthy in 2010. All up and down healthy. We'll see. And you know, I find some. Like at the bottom of the Crystal Pier, I found some pretty good, very few. We're talking 1% what it should be. Me and my grandsons a year ago found some pretty good ochres at Lover's Point. But, you know, I'll be on my own this time. So, don't have those sets of eyes with me. They're dealing with COVID situations, but God, it never ends, right? It never ends, you know. So Jennifer Graham Holmes says they'll pay anybody. By the way, when the WIP blew up, it was UTEP that picked up plutonium in the dishes. And WIP, I remember being in San Diego, and one of Peter's friends told me, he says, I worked on the architecture drawings of this thing called WIP that they never built. Okay, never built. After it blew up in 2014, and they lied about a salt truck, they've expanded it multiple times. And they're not just shoving in low shit, just like out here at Energy Solutions. You trust them? You believe them? Huh. I can name off about 10 people that work in Wendover that have died of cancer in the last decade. What do you think they bring in there? You know, nobody watching the store in Utah. You're all good with it. Not me. Jennifer Graham Holmes says, we'll pay any community that takes it. When am I getting my check? When's the Department of Energy? You know, Rick Perry, left, right, it's all the same. When am I getting my check? By the way, the death of Abby has got to send shivers through the nuclear energy complex. You know, Nato Khan and the Prime Minister become fierce anti-nuclears. Fierce anti-nuclears. He's in Del Mar. I'm going to try to, you know, see if I can't go visit him, talk to him, or, you know, at least his people. You know, he's a really nice, approachable, great guy. And rumor is that he lives in San Diego now, but I don't know, but I know people that do know him, you know. So, anyways, see it. Look for the videos at 4 p.m. Pacific Genocide time. So, and we'll get them up. Am I getting my check? 120 pounds from San Onofre. It's hot. It's hot, baby. It's hot. And nobody in Utah is watching. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. And everybody here deals with cancer. Liefeld, let's go to Moab. Because everybody forgot. They forgot about the open air test. They forgot about Fukushima. Well, guess what? Didn't forget about you. Cancer raging off the hook here. But they're going to accept it. They're going to accept it. And they're $6 a gas and go in their circles. And just everything's good, you know, as long as I can get me a check. You know, send me a check. Well, TLV never sent me one. I got a bill for 1.8 million. A little bird told me. So, record heat here every day, all day. Well, what else is new post Fukushima? Great Salt Lake right there, gone dry. What else is new? You know, it's all coincidence. All predicted by Kevin Blanche. By the way, I mean, the lake was a perfect... I grew up right here. That is the marsh. That is the lake right there. Was. I grew up on it. It used to be so grand and beautiful here. Same in San Diego. I grew up there. Back and forth. You know, in those incredible wetlands. Gone. Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate. Mission Bay accomplished. You know, but I'll figure it out. But you can Google and look what they want for rooms. It's ridiculous. And I got to be tucked in on the coast, and I know where to go. I'll work it. When I get down there, I'll talk to people. I'm going to say, come on. Are you serious? You know, we'll see what I can pull off. I'm a pretty good salesman. Stay tuned.